Hi John, so just a video to talk through how you would set this up. So I just have a very simple test survey in my account. I just have one question in each block and just a couple in my first block. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to apply scoring to each of my blocks of questions. So I'm going to click into Tools at the top and go to Scoring. Sorry, I clicked on Translate, I think. Nope, it's going to score. Okay, perfect. So you'll see in here I already have some scoring. I'm just going to remove this really quickly. But basically what I want to do is I want to create a scoring category for each one of my blocks so I can start scoring these individually and then say like if this block scored, 6 or more, then do something. So I'll need a different scoring category for each block. So I'm going to click up here where it says category. I'm going to click on manage categories, and then what I do in here is this one will just be the first scoring category. Then I can click new category and it'll make category 5, and I just make as many as I need. So I believe I have 6 categories, but I only actually need to score 4 of them, but you can score all of them actually if you wish. So I'm just going to create 6 categories. I'm just going to call them pretend Q1 is block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, block 5, and block 6 then as well. And just move that back down here. So I don't need this one. I'm just going to delete this category. And then I'm going to save. So now I click into my block 1 category right here. And then I score whichever answer choices are correct. So for example, in my first question, choice 1 is correct. This one, choice 3, and so on. So I just apply which scores are correct in my first block of questions. Then I move to my block 2 category. And I score whatever answer choices are correct in block 2, and I do this for each of my following blocks. So I'm just going to score all of these questions in all of my blocks, so then I can create some logic based off of that a little later on. And just pretend that I do that for all of them. So now I have scoring applied to all of these. Now we're going to use this in some logic. So I'm going to click into my survey flow here. I'm going to remove this because this is something I set up earlier. Apologies. This one too. So now I just have my blocks of questions here, and I want to show everyone this block. This is block A. If they score greater than 6, I want to show them block B, and so on. So I'm just going to click on a new element. I'm going to click on branch, and then I need to add a condition, but as you can see here, I can't actually choose a scoring category as a condition here. So what we do instead is click on add new element here, embedded data, we call this score 1. And then for set of value now, I use pipe text, and now I can pipe in from a scoring category. So I'm going to go for my block 1 category and score. So this is going to pipe in how many points this person got from my first block of questions. So I move this up right underneath my first block of questions, so then this is assessed. Now I move this up just under my score, and now I can start making the logic based off of this. So I go to if embedded data, score 1 is greater than or equal to 6. Then I want to show them block 2 or block B. So I move block B in here. So if they meet this criteria, they get block B. Then I basically do the same for each one after that. So if I'm going to add a new one, add a branch, and I'm going to add a condition. Again, embedded data, score 1 is less than 6. Then I show them block C, or block D, apologies. So I'm going to show them block D if they've scored less than. So I'm going to move this up just underneath here. So now I have it covered for this first block of questions. If they score greater than, I'm brought to block B, and if I score less than 6, then I'm brought to block D. So now I need to show block C to people who score 6 or more in block B. To do this, I just do the same thing. Add a new element here, embedded data, score 2. Then I set my value from my scoring category of 2. I move this just underneath my question right here, and then I create a new branch based off of that. So not embedded data, my apologies. Branch score 2 is greater than 6, or greater than or equal to 6. Okay, then I move this up here, and now I show them block C. And obviously then if they do not meet this criteria, if they score less than 6 on this one here, then they don't meet this criteria, and they just continue down to the end of my survey. So as long as you have all of these within branches, and participant doesn't meet any more criteria on the way down, once they've finished this block, they will just hit the end of the survey. So now I just need to set up one more embedded data for score 3. I make this off of my scoring category for block D. I move this up to here. And then I add one more branch. I know I have more blocks than you will have here. So embedded data score 3 is less than 6. Or sorry, is greater than or equal to 6. Then I show them block E. Okay, so I'm just going to remove these because these will not be in your survey. So now all of my participants will see 3 blocks. They will all see block A. I will then assess what score they got for block A. If they score greater than or equal to 6, then they see block B. I then assess the score for block B. And if they score greater than or equal to 6, then they see block C. If they do not, then they just skip to the end of the survey because they don't meet any more criteria. Then, if block A, my score is less than 6, then I'm shown block D. Then I assess my score for block D. And if that is greater than or equal to 6, they will see block E. And if they're less than 6, then they don't meet this criteria. And again, just continue down to the bottom of the survey. So you just need to take this in a few different steps and think about where exactly you're directing people. But I hope this answers your question. Please have a go at setting this up. And if you do have any questions on it, please just let me know.